Hello guys, and welcome to episode 23 of our top 5 PvP battles. If you guys want to send your clips in, send them in to KristoferESO at hotmail.com. Starting off at number 5, we've got Marcus Justicia, and already he has cleaned up 2 huge burst kills with the greatsword burst there into the leap. Oh my god, these poor blue, and a bunch more blue coming up top to try to stop him now, and Marcus is just going to kite around the side and drop off the edge here, and as he drops off the edge, he's looking behind him. Oh my god, the Radiant coming in, but Marcus wants to get that kill. He already dots up the first player, gets ready behind the rock here, takes the stun, quickly breaks it, the heavy attack into the leap, huge damage, really smooth cancel on the executioner dodge roll to finish that guy off, and he's going to turn, dot up the next target. There's the wrecking blow into the second wrecking blow, the executioner, down he goes, and the rest of the blue are on their way down here, and Marcus is just laying heat into these guys. He sets his next dot up there, huge leap yet again, finishing off another player with the leap there, and he's just going to go back around the side of the rocks here, reset his heals, reset his buffs, and open up on the rezzing party here. This guy stops the res right away. Great call, because Marcus is going to go for the hammer. He dodges the attack. Marcus gets hit by the wrecking blow. He's going to kite around, back around the rocks just a couple times here, set the poison injection into the heavy attack. There we see the leap. Oh my gosh, the first executioner, the second executioner. What a fight, and that's actually where that clip cuts off. Now, coming in at number 4 this week, we have got Cracked Up Junkie and Rexit, and they are hitting a big group of AD in the sewers here. As you can see, the AD group was waiting in stealth for them, and Cracked is just going to take the kind of brunt end of the AD burst while his friendly player goes for damage, but the AD are just putting a lot of pressure onto them, and they are just doing their best to keep the damage on. This guy's very low HP, but here comes the rest of the AD group around the corner, and Cracked is going to go one way. His friendly player is going to go the other, and they're just going to kite around and re-engage with this group here. Now, after a little bit of respite, of course, getting their ultis up as well, Cracked is going to open on the back end of the group, a huge Dawnbreaker, the friendly player coming in with the Dawnbreaker as well. They bring down 3 players on the back of the group, but we've still got a lot of AD here, and Cracked is just going to go back around the other side, and here he finds an AD player not paying attention. Oh my gosh, he sees the whole group. He's trying to get a good burst in here. However, the group is turning around. There we see, unfortunately, the chain pull, but Crack's just going to commit to the pressure here, go for some steel tornadoes, and work his way to his friendly player, catching another player here, lower HP. Here he goes for the dot up into the Dawnbreaker, the tornado to finish him off, and Cracked is just going to continue to kite back here as he rotates around these guys with Rexit, and now they're just going to reset their attacks. He opens on this guy going for the res. There we see the tornado from both players. This guy is trying to cloak away. It's not going to work. Oh my gosh. And now they've got just a couple players left down here. He finishes off this Nightblade, finishing him off with the tornado there. And now they've got the last Templar, and they bring him down as well. 2 more yellow players coming around the corner, and Cracked and Rexit are just going to open on them right away. Huge damage into the lower health player there. And now they're just going to work down this last guy. And look at how many Telvar they picked off these guys. Oh my gosh. Some sick loot for that sick risk. And now, coming in at number 3 this week, we have got Faso coming back with a 2vx with Bullator, and here they've got a large 80 Zerg just kind of chasing them off the side of the hill here, and Faso and Bullator are both going to go down to the bottom of this rock thing and streak across the water, and now look what they do. Faso getting just pummeled on as he's trying to swim that last little bit there, and the AD are coming through the water. They drop the meteor on the AD players, killing one guy in the water, trapping a couple as well, but here we see right away there's so much pressure from the AD. Faso going to go for a split through the group with his streak there, and his friendly player Bullator going to miss out the other side, and they're going to try to break these guys apart. A yellow player follows Faso out to the side here. He's going to go for the Sork Curse into the Fire Staff knockback and just hit him with that knockback, that Master Staff. Actually pretty good burst damage on the knockback with that Master Staff, and now he stuns the guy in the water. Oh my gosh. to his watery grave, and Faso's going to work his way back to his friendly player here, continuing to get players. Oh my gosh, he catches the archer completely unaware. Huge burst there, bringing him down, and now he's worked his way back to this yellow group, and they are just destroying his friend. Oh my gosh, Bulletor just taking so much damage. Faso jumps in the middle of it, but he's taking a ton of damage as well, and he's forced to kite back out the side here. And this yellow group so aggressive. Faso picking up so many stuns with his streak there. Just a great coverage on the enemy group, but just look at how persistent they are. He gets his resource back up after the potion there, and he's just going to re-engage with the back end of these guys as they continue to smack on his friendly player here. Such a tanky build Bulletor is running to be able to survive this kind of punishment, and Faso working so hard to bring this guy down, but the enemy yellow players have so much healing power. Faso nearly taking the death, the clutch precog to come back, and he gets the heal right away, goes into his shields, and he's just going to re-engage right away with these guys. Great coverage on the streaks yet again, and Bulletor just tanking it out. And Faso goes back behind the pavilion here, and he's just going to re-summon his Twilight for that healing power, reset his shields, work his way up the top here. Such great streak gameplay moving between these rocks, getting really great splits on the group. And now Bulletor drops his Bat Swarm. Faso goes for the pressure on the player here. They bring down one player there. Faso goes for the streak. He's stuck in the immobilize, but it's okay. He just keeps his shields up, tanking out the damage. Bulletor just taking a lot of pressure. Puts great burst into this guy. Faso synchronizing with the burst as well. They almost bring down another player there, but this yellow group is having some crazy healing power, and Faso's trying to pick the healer here with the staff. Gets great pressure onto her as well, but just look at those heals, and Bulletor in so much pressure. Faso just throwing him so many heals with the Twilight to keep him alive here, and there we catch a player yet again in the water. Faso gets him with the kill. Oh my gosh, and he's going to throw some heals, go for pressure on the next player here, getting great damage into him, bringing him down with Bulletor, I think, there, and Bulletor just continuing to tank this group out. Faso moving his way back around the rocks here, goes for a streak through the group yet again, getting good coverage on them, but he's just going to get counter stun. So much damage from this group. Faso so low on HP here, pounding his shields to stay alive. He has to resummon the Twilight. He gets the Twilight up, gets the heal off. The shields are back up, but this yellow group is so relentless, and Faso's just going to keep working his way here. Bulletor goes into his Bat Swarm ultimate. Faso with the streak for coverage. Down goes the Atronach. Huge pressure on the group, but yet again, the healing power on this enemy yellow group here is just too much, and they cannot bring them down. And Faso's just going to continue to pick targets here, trying to put pressure on the healers. He gets a great stun off on that Templar there. However, look at how fast their hit points go right back up, and Faso's forced yet again to streak back to the rocks here as Bulletor had to retreat from the group. And there we see he's just going to work his way right to the back of the group. He wants to pick these Templars off. Bulletor just tanking it out as well. Faso getting great streak coverage through these guys yet again, and he's trying to get these healers. Bulletor back into his Bat Swarm. Now we have the chance for pressure. And Faso wants to go for the synchronized alt dump, so he goes to drop the Atronach, takes the Fossilize, breaks it, drops the Atronach again, getting great stun coverage on the group, and now he goes for pressure on the DK. Huge burst into this Dragon Knight, but just look at how fast the Templars are healing them back up. Faso just goes for a kite yet again, back behind the rocks, goes for a dark deal, and he's going to open up on this guy here that's putting a lot of pressure on Bulletor. Faso just doing his best to try to pick the weaker targets here, and Bulletor, I just have no words for this DK build. Look at that. They bring down the player together in the middle of the group. They go for pressure on this guy with the sword and shield here. Faso just continuing to apply pressure, and Bulletor just tanking it out. Another Bat Swarm. He goes again. Huge damage with his inhale there. Faso looking for the weaker target here, putting great damage into him, preventing the res with the bash. Switches to the resing target right away, trying to get that extra damage with the off balance, but yet again, they're unable to capitalize on the kill. This guy does not get healed, and down he goes. We've got 3 enemy players left, and Faso and Bulletor are quickly turning the fight around. Another player goes down. Bulletor with yet again another Bat Swarm. And now the tables have turned, and Faso and Bullator are just going to work down the last couple targets here. The Atronach doing so much damage, just burning that guy down, and Faso synchronizing targets with Bullator to bring down this player here. And there we see he brings them down, and it's got the last player, a huge stun there from another Sork that just came in, and they win the fight. What an incredible hold and turnaround. Alright guys, so for the number 2 fight this week, we have got Impactor on the Stamina Sorcerer, and this is a really incredible fight, and it was really close between this and the number 1 fight for this week, so I hope you guys enjoy. As you guys can see, he is inside a tower here, and there is a lot of AD coming up. Impactor goes for that massive Dawnbreaker into the Steel Tornado. Huge damage on this group here, but he's unable. Oh, he is. There we see the kill with the Steel Tornado. He's going to go for the heal. A bit of an awkward roll to break that immobilize as he falls off the edge, but no big deal. He's going to work his way back inside. Look at that cheeky little stun just to prevent the player from chasing him there, and then he's going to turn and put the dot pressure right away into the first player he sees there. Goes for the heavy attack, goes for the dot up on the next player on the staircase here, and yet again he's just going to work his way around and kite another massive Dawnbreaker into the Steel Tornado, bringing down another player there, and he's just going to weave in those heavy attacks as he fights these guys to keep his sustain up. And there we see he goes for the streak, resets his buff here, comes around the corner with the heavy attack, and Impactor is just going to go for a bit of a kite yet again, streak through the group, and then go back behind the other side of the corridor here. And he actually picks out the NPC, which I think is a really good call because of that undodgeable stun that it can throw you, and of course the snares. And here we see he gets immobilized again, goes for the heavy attack into the roll and the streak through the group. What a fantastic play, getting some resource back, dodging a lot of attacks, and stunning a lot of players. I love how he controls the fight on that Stamina Sorcerer. And there we see again another really snappy Dawnbreaker. He doesn't actually manage to finish the player with his Steel Tornado, but the Dawnbreaker dot brings down another player there, and Impactor is just going to go for a bit of a streak through them yet again, doing a lot of directional gameplay on these guys, doing a great job. Gets a huge dot up on the player going for the res there. He gets another stun on him there, goes for the Steel Tornadoes. The dots bring him down. Impactor getting another kill in the thick of this group of yellow here, and he's just going to streak through them again, go for that cheeky heavy attack, and go, oh my god, that Dawnbreaker into the Steel Tornadoes. He finishes off 2 players with that combo yet again, and he's just going to streak back into this group here, and he takes an unfortunate stun, does not manage to stop one of the reses there, but he manages to stop the other with his streak, and he's just going to reset his buffs here. And there we see again, he goes for the heavy attack, gets pulled by the Dragon Knight chains, and he's just going to go for the heavy again, try to line up the Dawnbreaker. There we see again a great placement on the Dawnbreaker. Unfortunately, everyone does not take enough damage from it, so he just goes for dot pressure on one of the players, but the rest of the yellow come and converge on top of him yet again, and Impactor is just going to be patient and continue to work these guys. Look at how he plays this group. Gets a great streak off there, chugs his potion to get the stand back that he needs, and there we see that heavy attack for the resource sustain yet again as he hugs the corner. Heavy attack into the dodge roll yet again. Fantastic play to maintain his resource here. A lot of pressure coming in from the enemy Soul Assault, and Impactor has huge healing power on this build. His Surge has got to be working overtime. He manages to tank out the Soul Assault and the pressure from the rest of the AD group, and he's just going to work his way back around the side here, takes a nasty stun, and just streaks up top and goes into the top of the tower here. And now Impactor is just going to be patient and see who's going to follow him. But after that butt kicking, these yellow are super shy to re-engage. One player here goes for the re-engage, realizes he's alone, tries to run away. There we see the Dawnbreaker into the Tornado, and down he goes. And now there are a few yellow left on the resource here, and Impactor just goes right into it. NPCs and everything, he doesn't care. He dots up the first player into the bash stun there for the Defile. Fantastic finish off on that guy there. He streaks back inside the tower, sets off his defensive buffs, and now 2 players follow him inside, so he manages to get a great dot up into the Dawnbreaker. The enemy Soul Assault coming in, Impactor tanking it out with his Vigor, turns around, dots him up, and finishes that player off. And now he's got 2 players left on the flag. There we see the combo. Oh my gosh, this guy doesn't even react. Down he goes, and Impactor goes for the big Dawnbreaker slap on everything on the flag, finishing off the NPCs with the tornado as well. And now he's going to turn and focus on this Templar here, just getting lots of dot pressure into him, hitting him with the shield stun defile, and down he goes as well. What an incredible 1vx. Oh my gosh, well played, my man. And finally, guys, for the #1 slot this week, we have got a super long clip brought to you by Malcolm on his Magicka Sorcerer. And as you can see, there are a lot of players on this resource here, and Malcolm is just going to try to pull them into the tower. He gets the great pull-off on the first player there. That guy actually responds by purging the curse. Really great counterplay to the Sork to do that, and Malcolm's just going to reset his buffs here and work his way up the stairs. Takes the Fossilize, but he's going to set the combo on this guy here. There's the curse, into the stun, into the frags, into the execute, and the enemy player falls off the ledge, goes for the purge again, and Malcolm's just going to re-hit him with all the dots and the curses. There we see the execute again. Oh my gosh, this guy's on such low HP. Malcolm just dancing through the back end of this group, finishing off the player, goes for the resto ult, and streaks back up top here. And knowing that he's got a lot of enemy players coming his way, Malcolm actually jumps out of the tower, streaks, and just quickly turns behind him, quickly breaks the stun he takes there. And here we see the fantastic counter stun as that player goes for the gap closer, quickly killing off that blue player. And now he's just going to work on this guy here, as this guy tries to hit him with some attacks, goes for another Magnum Shot stun, and Malcolm's just going to break it and continue to apply pressure here. And here he sees the enemy sniper. Malcolm quickly changing focus to the sniper, hits him with a great stun. There we see the curse combo into the frags, into the execute, and he actually splashes, I think, the wrong player with the execute. And Malcolm decides that now is the time to break this group apart, but they even get on their horses to chase him down, and he's forced to take his stand in the rocks here. And just look at this wave of blue move towards him here. Malcolm just goes for a huge meteor combo on this guy, actually finishing him off as he falls off the edge there. And he's just going to go for a quick streak back behind the side here. Go for some dark deals as this group re-engages with him. He goes for the overextender here, tries to put some pressure. However, that guy's getting a lot of heals. And look at the amount of pressure Malcolm's taking. He goes for his resto ult, the streak through the group, breaking it. And how many players does he have chasing him here? Oh my gosh, this is absolutely ridiculous. He's pounding his shields, continuing to take a lot of ranged pressure from these guys as well, and Malcolm's just going to continue to work his way around the side of these rocks and try to break himself a bit of distance to actually fight these guys, but they're just chasing him like crazy. There's still players on horses chasing him here. Oh my gosh, Malcolm just getting a great little split, going back behind the rocks here. Players falling off the edge. Malcolm gets a good streak back onto the other side of the rocks, and now he's got a decent split on the group, gets behind this player here, goes for the combo on him there. Unfortunately, a Nightblade comes out of stealth, and he's got more players coming, and you can just see how strapped for space Malcolm is here. He's got to move all the time. He cannot stay in the same spot. Fantastic streak through the group there. Oh my gosh, that had to be 6 stuns there, and Malcolm's just continuing to kite in these rocks. He manages to get in a nice tight corner here with a Nightblade on top of him, goes for his combo here with the curse into the meteor. Oh my god, 100 to 0 down that guy goes, and now Malcolm's just going to open on whoever he can find that's a little bit lower here, and yeah, this entire blue group is just waiting for him. Oh my lord, Malcolm turns around. He's going to go for pressure on the player at the bottom here. Hits him with a nice combo. The enemy player responds with his wings. Malcolm making sure to block his own incoming fire staff stuns, trying to catch this guy in between the wings, and there you see the really well-timed frags. And now Malcolm is just going to continue to pressure the top here. Unfortunately, he gets knocked off by the draining shot stun. Oh no, and now he's got a player coming out of stealth. Malcolm goes for pressure on this guy. He's not paying attention. Hits him with a nice big combo there, and then that guy heals up. There we see the huge meteor coming in yet again. Malcolm wants to finish this guy off so bad. Oh my god, but he's taking too much pressure from these guys. He decides to give up on the kill, goes for a couple streaks, resets his shields here, and just look as more blue continue to converge on him. He goes for a split down the bottom here, gets stunned yet again, but he's just going to continue to move around and try to break this group up. One player follows him off the edge, goes for the leap. Malcolm hits him with the counter stun as well, goes into the curse. There we see he tries to get the execute. The enemy player rolls his execute. Really great play on his part, and Malcolm is forced yet again to break distance from this group of DC. He goes for another stun on this guy here, hits him with great damage at a distance, but Malcolm cannot commit because he's got so many blue following him here. He has to continue to move in this situation, and that is exactly what he's doing. And now Malcolm has his meteor ready. He goes for the meteor dump on this group, getting a good stun off on 2 players there. Unfortunately, he is unable to capitalize on those stuns, and he's just forced into a lot of defensive play, and I love what Malcolm does here. Look at these well-placed streaks, and just look at how he's defending himself while continuing to stay offensive here, weaving his shields in between his offensive casts. Beautiful kill to bring that player down, and now Malcolm's going to go for a dark deal, reset his shields here, and just continue to work around this this rock here. Look at the roll here. He tries to go for the combo off on this guy here. Great streak to come back up top the platform here, and he's trying to pick that archer in the back. Noticing a squishier player, Malcolm's just going to continue to try to apply pressure here, but the DK's coming in with so many leaps. Oh my gosh, how many times has he been leaped in this fight? So many wings as well. Malcolm just continuing to apply pressure to that player in the back. There we see he gets him with a great stun as he's defending against all these players in his face, just continuing to pound those shields, and the potion switch as well, knowing he's going to need a different potion to continue to go. Malcolm continues to pound the shields here, and he catches this player yet again by himself at a distance, gets a really funky Zon proc there, but continues to apply pressure to this archer in the back as these DKs just hammer on him. Malcolm goes for the resto ult, continues to attack. There we see he tries to get the combo at a distance. Unfortunately, he's unable to get it, and he's forced back again to these rocks with all the Dragon Knights on him, and here he just goes streak through them. He's going right back to his target. Beautiful cancel on that kill. We see the AP come down for the confirm, and Malcolm's back behind the rocks, and his resources, man, he's just hanging on here. These guys go for the fossilize. Malcolm actually does not break it. He has the stam to break that there, but he waits it out, goes for the resto ult, and there we see the huge pressure with the Zon onto one of the Dragon Knights there, bringing him down, and Malcolm's just going to continue to attack these guys, reset his shields, and reset his combo here. Goes for the curse off the enemy leap coming in, and I love that. He actually dodges the leap with this streak, continues to apply pressure to the same Dragon Knight here, but Malcolm's just... man, those shields, he's actually just tanking these guys out. He's just taking it. Great combo off on this guy there with the streak yet again. The Zon procs, and down that guy goes. He's got 2 players left. He quickly breaks the fossilize, counter stun, goes for the combo with the curse into the frags, resets the curse on this guy here, goes for the fire staff knockback. Another fossilize coming in. This guy wants to res. Oh my gosh. That's a bad idea, man. There's 2 of you left. Malcolm goes for the meteor dump. Absolutely relentless. He is not allowing that guy to get back up. And the last player here is left alone after chasing Malcolm for so long. What is going through this poor guy's head? Oh my gosh, he's going to do his best to defend himself here, doing a great job keeping his wings up, not allowing Malcolm to land a lot of his ranged projectiles, but he's just going to continue to apply pressure. Malcolm just continuing to rotate the curses. There we see the Zon proc, and there's the execute. Down goes the Dragon Knight. What a fantastic 1vx. That was absolutely incredible. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who sent the clips in. Check out these fine ESO channels in the description of this video below. We've got links to everyone we featured here today, and we've got a bonus clip of someone killing themselves with entropy. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We play live on Twitch, a link in the description below. If you guys want to send in your clips, send them to KristoferESO@hotmail.com. We also feature builds, so if you guys want to send a build in, I'd love to see it too. And finally, guys, we are sponsored by What the Fast. They're a VPN for gamers. They give me better ping to ESO, and they are free to try for the first 14 days. Thank you guys again so much for coming and sending those clips, and I will see you again next time.